really good song. Have I heard it before? Or is it because I reached Skellig? And we're back for an episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We are going to go to... we are actually in Skellig. I'm so used to saying we are going to go to Skellig today, but we arrived in Skellig last episode. And I'm very happy about it. I really like how... The vibe of Skellig so far. So the quest that we're gonna do is the king is dead, long live the king. And then I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's just jump right into it. This song though. Damn.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellig. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts.
Yes. Are we gonna find her though? My god. Probably not so soon. Probably not today. Alright, so I'm all dressed up to go to the ball, the banquet. Anyway, that. I should probably shave again because I think Yennefer likes when I'm clean shaven.
Smooth seas this morn, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great Conung Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
Wait, what?
Gladly look at what you got.
Wise man. No common rags among my wares.
Oh! Okay, but it's things that I already have. Yeah, it's the things that I have already. Okay. Well, that is not very exciting. I was expecting more of you. Okay, I will sell this one though. I know it's Yennefer's, but like nobody needs that. No one. I'm gonna sell those maybe. Yeah, those, and maybe I can keep the rest just in case. I really like the white shirt, even though it doesn't, like, it's not really... Oh, that's medium armor that I'm usually wearing. Okay, cool. And Courtier Double can also sell that. Yeah. Okay, and cut my hair.
Take it you're good with scissors. Give me a haircut.
I mean, not a hair,
It's
but...
something I usually do, but it wouldn't be right to turn down a traveler.
Or a mustache. Oh, clean shaven. So that I look nice for my yennefer. There we go.
So long.
I'm really excited about today's episode, to be honest, because I'm excited about today's quest. Excited to see more of Skellig. Yeah, I'm just really happy to be playing right now. I've had a super awesome week. I don't know about you guys, how you guys doing, but recently I've had really nice... Wait, I just want to see.
What do you want from me?
What's your request? Can we talk? Okay.
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. Attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange.
That's not drowners, I don't think.
Rurik, my apprentice. He was on a boat the Muir Diablin attacked. This
They're
Tove,
very
too.
intense.
Her man was killed.
Sorry,
She
I'm
lives
getting
nearby, up a
readied.
bit. Sorry, none of it comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
Let's talk about my pay first. A bit too modest for my taste.
That's just a bit high, Master.
A bit like...
That's just a bit high, Master.
300.
That's dear, it is.
There we go.
Could be worth it. All right, I'll pay you what you want.
I'll take the job. Dealt with drowners many times. It'll soon be over. Got my word on that.
I'll do it after the
Man needs worries like
after
a
the
boat
banquet.
sail straight and eat.
Right after I will do that contract. I need the money anyway. I've spent everything on the ship for traveling to Skellig. So anyway, I was saying that all week this week, well, I'm gonna post this later, so it's not really this past week, but first week of March for me, when I'm filming this, is first week of March. The entire week I didn't stream at all. I just filmed for YouTube and edited, and that is why you guys are probably having more uploads recently. So I have 2 editors now, and I made a lot of Witcher content and stuff like that. Oh my god, they don't seem to like me. Can I pass? Okay. I laugh.
Just don't go pestering folk.
So that makes me really happy, because I was getting super anxious about all the content that I have that has yet to be edited, and also not playing The Witcher as often as I wanted to, and not uploading as often as I wanted to for you guys. So that was making me really anxious and not good, generally not good. So I took a break from streaming and concentrated a little bit more on YouTube for a whole week, actually almost 2 weeks. So yeah, this is amazing. This place, I love it. I want to live here. Are you kidding? Like, if the village was a little bit bigger, maybe I would love to live here. Wow. So it's kind of similar to some, I don't know, like Ireland, or I've never been to Ireland and I'm like, similar to Ireland, but you know what I imagine Ireland to be like, or maybe Iceland. Like, I imagine it to be a little bit like this, you know. I would love to go there one day. My boyfriend and I always wanted to go to Iceland for like, not just a week, like for a couple of months. Like, live there for a while. That would be super cool. But nowadays I don't think I would do such a big oh, with the wind, a big travel abroad again like I did when I was younger. I lived in Japan for a year, so I don't think I would do that again, but it was so fun, and I would love to live like maybe 2 or 3 months in Iceland. That would be really, really cool. But like, now that I'm doing this, you know, I'm streaming and doing YouTube full-time. Well, for now, it's not gonna be full-time forever, but for now that is what I'm doing. So I don't see how it would be possible to really travel that much while doing this. Anyway, I wonder what's down here. That is why I'm going to see, if you were wondering, like, where the fuck is she going? I'm exploring. Quite beautiful, to be honest. What's over here?
These continental dandies come us nothing, then we gotta drag their corpses out of the inn.
Ooh. It's like an elevator.
More trouble.
Is it gonna come back? The music, the ambience, and how it looks. I love everything about this place. Like, no kidding. I think this is amazing. Where does this lead? I'm so curious. I just want to explore Skellig. You know? I'm not gonna miss the banquet. The banquet. Oh, the music though. It's amazing. What's here? What in the hell? Huh. Okay. So it was another way to go up. That's really cool. Okay, I want to take the elevator. It's my main goal now. Let me take that.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm swinging it, eh?
Druid. Nothing to loot. Nothing at all. Like such a why do they make such a thing? And I can't do anything with it. That is quite interesting to me.
Those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe.
How cool! I want to live here. And I want to take that elevator. Oh, I can't move. Is that a shortcut? Hi!
So they bet on who of them could strangle a bear to death? First one, Ross would be snapped. Till he shot himself.
Okay, so that just goes to...
Not for the black ones, but with us. If he threats the truth,
just goes to the village. Look at these, like imagine living here.
prepared to have a tongue with me, eh? Hey!
Oop! Hi! Can I live with y'all? I mean, why not? I'll let them the lesser stuff. Okay, bye. Hi. She's not even surprised, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Oh, rotting flesh, really? Skellig. A Skellig. Okay, I should really get going with the mission. Let's take back the elevator. Go back up. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I wanted to ask before I got lost in Skellig, in Ard Skellig. Skellig? I don't remember. Ard something. How are you guys doing? What's new? What are you playing? I am going to start playing Elden Ring soon. In a couple of days. It has been out for a week already, but I wanted to let people enjoy the game before I started playing it. Especially since I'm going to stream it. So I'm going to give you guys an advance on me, a head start.
So please. Bran was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellig's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Barna, Queen of Skellig. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me. Duty calls.
She seems like a bitch a little bit.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style.
You said you told me to choose in your house. That's what I did. What was I supposed to do?
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
Yes.
I plan to tell you what I think.
Yes?
Yennefer. Look at her. Look at that dress. Damn, girl. Okay, so there's an armorer here. Oh, there is.
Do you think I donned an evening dress to show off for the seals?
Just want to get some air.
Very well. Once you've aired out thoroughly, find me by the entrance to the feast hall.
Alright, thank you.
Interested in a weapon? There's it.
Tell me a story about one of your weapons.
See this sword? You know by its crafter's mark that it was forged in the Isles. Belonged to Lars, who would have been the same age as I.
What happened to him?
His wife went missing during a nasty storm. It was said the goddess smiled fondly on her, so Lars refused to believe she was truly dead. He ran out on the rocks and begged Freya to give his wife back. Left his sword behind to show the gods humility.
I was right in
and never
thinking
returned for it.
it was like Ireland
Selling that same
or
sword
Iceland.
now?
We could
Like
have tossed it in
Viking
the
style.
sea. But fish got no use for blades. He had no family, so I'm selling it to the right man.
It feels Viking-y, and you know what I mean? And then he talked about Freya, the goddess, so it's like northern mythology. I mean Norse mythology. I'm sorry, I don't speak English. English is not my first language, so I always mess up how it's called. Do I? Yeah, okay.
What are you peddling?
What is this? That's not bad. That's even better though. Chances to cause bleeding. I don't have the level, but I almost do. I don't have the money though. Ooh, an axe. Okay. What is this? Oh, blinders. Oh yeah, that could be. Okay, I can't buy anything anyway, but I just wanted to see.
So long.
We never know if we're gonna need to fight, you know? Uh-huh.
Grab those swords, but I prefer the trusty axe.
Nice. Okay. Oh, hi! Hi, Dogo.
Yeah. 100 sea devils.
Alrighty.
Adventure seeker.
I'm here, Yennefer. I'm here, I swear. What's happening? Someone's crying.
Lady Yennefer. Sir.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
Okay. Nice.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Arda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue boy Lucas, Madman Lucas's firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Patric on Hindar.
Nice.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Ceres on Crate is the daughter of a Jarl Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Brand's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill.
Excuse me?
Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating, but I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Sure, I'll let her win.
Gladly. What are the rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
I'm gonna let her win. I don't know her, but she seems pretty amazing.
Here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first wins.
Yeah, we got it the first time you explained.
You'll start when I sound the horn.
Okay, it's a race on foot. Let's see.
Hurry it up, old man!
Actually, dog shite idea. You never fail.
I'm not sprinting.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
Should I let her win or it's like beat Ceres to the top of the mountain? Because even without sprinting, I'm still winning.
Hurry it up, old man!
Maybe we make an agreement when we're on the top. Like, I let her win or something. I kind of want to let her win though. But that wouldn't be fair, right? It has to be fair. If I win, it's fair.
Hurry it up, old man!
I won, but only by a hair.
No such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's.
Maybe I should have let her win.
See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher Sparrowhawk. And it'll likely happen to any of us. Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
Ah, I kind of want to redo it. I want to redo it, guys.
Can't today.
Can
for
I?
Good reason, believe me.
But if not today,
You've been great. Indeed. You shall learn.
Yeah. I want to redo it. I want to see what happens. She looks pretty
As
awesome.
Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellig.
She looks super
Related to Ciri's
awesome.
reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest.
I know I'm cheating, but I want to see if I lose what happens, you know?
what, Nordling?
Hurry it up, old man! Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
Monster Slayer. She seems better than last time. Like, first time that I raced against her, it was like ridiculous how slow she was. Now she is pretty... she's pretty good.
Show me what you've got, monster slayer!
There we go.
I'm first! Behold, Hjalmar's axe! I beat the famous White Wolf.
Congratulations.
Let's go back.
Be glad to tell everyone about your victory.
I think I prefer that. We'll see.
See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
Ceres, proving she's her brother Hjalmar's equal in every way. She retrieved the axe from the cliff.
Cannot be.
Now I know why Hjalmar named you Sparrowhawk.
Enough of the nattering, let's drink.
I think it might change a lot of things, like just that.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
But if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
Do you have
Shit. Why would I?
Okay, it's her crying. Let's see. Can I go talk to her? Jesus.
I couldn't help overhearing. Fate was unkind to your menfolk.
Widow's Isles. That's what Skellig is.
To you,
She pretty, the one on the
War
left.
started a half year back. We've been fighting Nilfgaard for years now.
And we're not like to ever stop.
Your husbands died glorious deaths.
Oh, aye. Gotten captained a longship. Near 3 dozen men aboard. Raided half a dozen Nilfgaardian villages. Filled his hull with captives. On the return, they came across a black fleet. 3 galleons. But our men did not flee. Instead, they drew close and boarded. Gotten chopped off an Imperial captain's head. Then they backed him against the rails. He died with a war cry on his lips.
My halter was a scout. Snuck into the enemy's camp. Hounds sniffed him out. When the Black Ones surrounded him, he slit his own throat, refused to let them question him.
Black Ones are an Nilfgaard, right?
You're cared for. Women don't need men to care for them, Geralt.
With the black
The
armor.
sorceress speaks true. We take care of ourselves. War and death are twin sisters. We've long known both.
No one mourns here. Tears we replace with vengeance. The women of Skellig are fertile.
You were just crying though.
Birth no cowards.
Damn, okay.
Farewell. May your sons make port as many times as they sail out.
As the gods will it, so shall it be.
Okay.
Must say, I like the women of Skellig. It's as if each one would make a good sorceress.
Can't think of a single sorceress from Skellig, let alone a famous one.
Litternaid, known also as Coral. Don't you remember?
I would have missed that completely if I didn't go. Like, that's crazy.
Lovely scar. Wanna see
Lovely scar.
Build your
I've no mind for it.
Tell me, Lugos.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Jesus.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha!
My God.
Right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
Settle this outside.
Who the fuck are you to advise me, eh?
Someone with better manners. You insult Bran's memory and Crach's hospitality with this. Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouthy, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to puke from all the
They all say that. Ready to puke from the boredom. Well, at least I'm not boring, I guess. Gob slapping. Great, they moved. Oh shit, level 30? Okay, let me remember. Alrighty. Ooh. Oh, good lord. I blocked. There we go. 30 and with a little skull, but it was okay.
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots. Room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then. As soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
Oh, really?
No offense taken. Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one.
Ridiculous.
Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist.
Yeah.
Lauren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favor.
trouble
Meet him for an
with me.
ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn. Then you put a short jaunt to find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
Okay.
Sure. I'll knock one back with you, Lugos.
Drink like you fight, and we're in for a good time. Tabran!
Just one.
Yennefer and I'd be honored. Here's to your health.
She was like, no, we're not supposed to drink.
Forgive us. We should mingle, talk to some of the other guests.
Nice! 2 points available. What? Excuse me? Yes. I'm just seeing if there's multiple levels on this, but no. So maybe the strong attack improve, yeah. Okay. Cool. Level 19.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
What is she scheming about?
We shouldn't be breaking into Ermien's workshop.
If I didn't know you better, I'd say you needed to grow a pair. But I know that you simply enjoy complaining. It's the only reason you said that.
Why would we go there?
To retrieve an item. The Mask of Urboros.
What is that?
We'll need it and therefore must steal it.
Right. Course.
Come, Geralt.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Oh my
Take it, You'll
god.
decide when.
Correct.
She's terrible. Still love her, but she's terrible. Give me loot. We're stealing everything. Ooh, that's a lot of things. There we go. A lot of beers. There we fucking go.
Footsteps. Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop. Whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill,
Ridiculous.
and dove, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Little satisfied smile. Ah, yeah. Love.
That was close.
In all the terms.
Yes?
In all sense of the term, I mean. Close. I'll have enough beer for all eternity.
This'll be tough to open.
Ard.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Let me loot. There we go. I think it has Slaughter of Sintra like 6 times. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Yeah.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Excuse me. But yeah, this is beautiful. I agree. I mean, how can I not be romantic in such a scenery?
Yes?
What in the
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially when it came on. Must be a real nature lover. Looks alive.
Uh-huh.
Had one at Kaer Morhen.
Please.
$100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods.
Okay, so they are all super real. Not creepy at all. What is that?
A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
The fuck? Okay. Sure.
Ah!
Are you alright?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
Oh.
The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out.
Are they though? Or are you just imagining?
I can feel them coming closer. They're everywhere.
That's one less.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, I think you're imagining. Oh lord. Oof. And my vision is all...
That's one less.
Yeah, I know. Can you stop? Lord, I'm not feeling good.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
I knew it.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt.
I want things. Can I?
Looks alive.
No shit. Do they loot anything? They don't? Ah, sad. Child of taxidermy.
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Cool. That was funny.
Ah, our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Urboros must be here.
Letter bearing Ermion's seal to the druids. Warns them about you.
Brother Druids, be forewarned that a sorceress has arrived at Ard Skellig. Her name is Yennefer. She hails from Vengerberg. I know you're immune to feminine wiles and will not let a well-draped skirt muddle your reasoning. Nevertheless, I want you not to be taken in by her intelligence and refinement. I know who Yennefer is. I do not, however, know the true goal of her stay in Skellige. I see no point in asking her this question directly, for Yennefer is known for her cunning and eloquence. She says not what she thinks, but what she wishes you to hear. You must remind this is not a second-rate sorceress. This is a person who breaks bread with the rulers of the north and who most recently has been working with the Nilfgaardian Emperor himself. It's true. Familiar with courts the world over, she possesses an ability to manipulate that even the wiliest diplomat would envy. Yennefer has displayed an unhealthy interest in the site of cataclysm we are striving to study. I have not given her permission to go near it, but I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open all the same. Sorceress from Vengerberg is a stubborn and effective manipulator. I know that in the past her and Krach's paths crossed. I suspect that she will wish to use this old friendship for some ulterior purpose. What that is exactly, I will try to determine. Once I do, I will inform you in separate later. May the power be with you, brothers. Hermione.
That brazen
Wondrous
manipulator.
world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what a...
Skellige's tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Pinecone.
Go.
Didn't expect this. A large female.
Ermien's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
Excalibur?
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
Is it?
A child's skull. Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Nice.
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand.
The skull?
So, statue, how about a skull?
No.
Guess you're no indecisive prince. What do you say we give it a pine cone?
Usually it's a skull, but I guess not.
Nothing.
Okay, let's look around more.
Need something else.
Uh-huh. It's probably to open this door, I'm guessing.
A goat carved out of linden wood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Really?
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi. Dwarven triple mead.
Okay, then I guess it's the cup.
Let's try again. How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked.
Okay.
Who would have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
Let's ignite this. Uh-huh. And also a bad enemy. that will defend it. And what does the mask do, though? Ouroboros. As soon as we take it.
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before.
A golem? Earth elemental. Okay, it's a boss. Cool. Damn, boy. Well, that was easy.
Hear that?
Smelled it. Gas.
Oh no.
Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
Wait. Wait. What? I don't know. Escape. Escape where? Escape, oh god. Don't wanna die. Escape, ah.
The damn druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight.
I know it wasn't a moment, but like, I can't pass it. And it worked, I guess.
Damn. I tore a hole in my dress. Wait a minute. I must mend it.
You know how to sew.
Please. I'll enchant a needle.
I wouldn't mind watching. Geralt! Oh no. Damn!
For what?
We must talk to Croc.
Why? Think he misses us? Because I missed you.
Oh my god, Geralt. Right. Are we gonna fail the mission because of that? Are you okay again?
Oh no.
I missed you too.
What?
When are you gonna finally burn this piece of junk?
My heart couldn't take it. So many memories. Damn it, Geralt. Do you have any idea how much they cost?
Come here.
Let me
I
hide.
gotta hurry. Croc's waiting.
Let me hide for a
Is that
second.
so?
Let me watch in all this glory. My god. Demonetized instantly.
I know you. I let go, you throw us off. Don't even try.
What was that? My god. On the unicorn.
My, oh my.
Satisfied.
Missed you.
I missed you
I'm
too.
super demonetized now because of boobies. And sex scene, I guess.
We ought to get back to the wake.
I must dress. Turn around.
Why? Well. What a reunion! It's fine. It's fine.
Kraken Crate asked about you.
We went out for a breath of fresh air.
The claimants to the throne will step forth in a moment.
The daughter?
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. We'll take them to heart.
Can't come back now.
But now, let's begin.
Now that we're safe.
We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. The king must be wise. The king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that.
What about a woman?
Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellig step
Do
forward.
really need bollocks. You know what I mean? Yes, daughter, let's go.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Yes! Let's fucking go.
May the best man or woman win.
A little knife.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to speak her of. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can.
Okay.
And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Magic anomaly on Ard Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms, right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see.
Nice.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Anfal, tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children. You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return.
Ooh.
Whereas Ceres announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
Giants. They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Ard Skellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Can't help wondering.
Yeah, I was wondering the same
Got
thing.
no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugas would sooner see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll help them.
I thank you.
Now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ard Skellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts.
I'm sorry.
I will see you later.
Okay. I could technically jump down, probably, in the water. Okay, so how many quests do we actually have here? Okay, we just have one. And what about secondary? Ooh. Quite a few. Okay. We could do this. Novigrad. A card. We could play some Gwent, I guess. Where is Hermione? Hermione? Let me see. Oh lord, very far. Okay. No. These are all secondary. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of things that are very far. Like not in Ard Skellig. That would be the natural one to choose, I'm guessing. Wait, I'm gonna change back into my usual attire. Okay. I thought I could reach the water, but I didn't. I had to try. What about here? Can I jump from here? Oh yeah, this one I can. I tried to jump, but it didn't work. I want to jump in the water! That would be so fun! It's funny that I see witches like sorceresses are infertile right after a sex scene. That's amazing. What a timing. Ah. I didn't mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, Hey! Hey! Let's go! There we go! Perfect! That is what I wanted to do! And I escaped, that's amazing. Bye! That was a big drop.
Another one stricken.
Lord. Okay. Let me see the right quest that I want to do. I want to do secondary. Probably this one would be the most, because it's in the same village. So I'm gonna do this one.
Last night was.
Greetings, white hair. I'm busy.
Ask around.
Greetings, welcome.
Heard Hjalmar came here to gather men for his expedition.
Aye, he did. Such spirit. Stormed in, swept the bowls off the table, jumped atop of it and cried, I'm sailing off to seek glory. Who's with me? Who wants to cut off that bloody giant's head?
Guess that was enough to recruit a longboat full of men.
They carried him out on their shoulders, yelling all the while, we'll win back the forge, string that giant up by his gizzards. Should have seen it, Witcher. Brought tears to my eyes.
Hjalmar must have had a plan. Tell me about it.
Plans? Ha! They didn't even know where to look for this giant.
Oh my god.
As I recall, Viggy wanted to cross a frozen lake and scale the mountains.
They say the giant came from there. Awoken by the frost that gripped the land around the tower.
To the harsh winter. Suited that man-eater perfectly. It can only get worse. Even the gods. Well.
Another one don't believe Ragnarok is nigh.
Ragnarok. That's how they write it, Ragnarok. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting my
Put together
chair.
a fine crew, hardy drinkers and warriors both. By the times I've had to piece together tables and benches
Should I
after
just
hosting
change
them.
position?
The Unvik lads he took on, no spring minnows either. In fact, was a clan Tordarach man gave Hjalmar the idea for the expedition. The shipwright, what's his name? Viggy? That's him. Hope to earn a new by name, the Fearless. And now they call him the Loon.
The Loon.
They wanted to take back a forge? What's that about?
Never heard the Unvikers forge the best armor in these isles. Their swordsmiths are nothing to sneeze at either.
Because we made our blades like the dwarves forged their sails.
Soft layered core fitted with a hard steel coating.
How do you know? That's a clan Tordarach secret.
Got some friends who are dwarves.
Perhaps you do. But the ore from the mines of Undvik, why, not even... Well, no one's got it. That's that.
Okay.
So long.
Glad to be of service. If you need to know more about Undvik or the Giant, ask Axel. Or that one over there, or Enter.
Okay. I will. Axel.
What are you?
I'm looking for people from Undvik.
They're dead.
See now, I heard many survived.
Stubborn, get your... What do you want to know?
You there when the giant attacked?
Aye, I was. One of the Jarl's personal guards. I failed him. Led no credence to what the priestesses said. That we'd be punished for robbing the earth of iron, forging it into blades that men kill one another with, that Freya would punish us. Perhaps they spoke the truth.
Jarl of Undvik. Tell me about his death.
Jarl Harald Houndsnout. His whole crew died that night. Wilmar, Wilfred, and Wilhelm.
I'm sorry.
I reached them too late. Saw the giant dash Wilmar against a rock. He fell right beside me. All his bones broke, wriggling like a salmon on the sand.
Harold was dead by then?
What? No, Jarl fought like a bear.
Ooh.
Slicing and dodging and hollering, then slicing again. Couldn't save himself there.
How did you manage to survive?
First I heard the giant growl to those flying sirens. Damn me if he weren't giving them orders.
Under stress, men see all kinds of things.
I know what I saw. Rushed to help the Jarl, but one of the cunts sunk her talons in me, lifting me up. Tried to take me to their nest, pecked me apart, I reckon. But I broke loose of her grip. Plummeted from quite a height. Crashed hard, couldn't stand. Last thing I saw, swarm of sirens swooping down on the Jarl, thrashing round him. He yipped, he yelped, he screamed, he hollered. Then silence. The men escorting the women and the children to the ships took my unconscious flesh away and brought me to Ard Skellig.
Okay.
I should go.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna hang himself or something. Like, are you okay? Jesus. Tante.
I'm looking for men from Undvik.
A lovely excursion, if not for the bloody sirens.
I'm the one to ask. Me or Axel and Tardarok. He's over there. What can a bloke from Ard Skellig know about Undvik?
Heard you trilling a different tune when Hjalmar was gathering his crew. Your love for the Ancrate fade that quick.
That doesn't mind down there.
Excuse me, what?
Yavar's from there, or so he claims. And you seem to know these waters. Why didn't you sail with Hjalmar?
Because that kind of expedition needs a true leader. And a whelp looking to collect bumps on his skull can only be its doom. Once I...
You'd rather sit in your arse nose in the air, you Zaracanian princess. Brave lad comes along. You sail with him. I'd have sailed with Hjalmar if only those seahorses hadn't banjaxed my knee.
Banjaxed.
Instead of sharing a table with a grumpy barnacle like you.
You'd sail with anyone who'd let you aboard. Crack's daughter included.
Sirens, yeah.
You mentioned sirens. Many on Undvik?
So many. More on the other halves.
Bollocks.
Quite easy to kill though,
Once
to
they
be
attacked
honest.
Lars and me when we were fishing. Before we could drive him off, they pulled Lars in the water and scratched me up so bad that... Oi!
Drive away the sirens? How's that work?
Ha! Plain to see you're no islander. With a horn wall's horn. One toot, and they plough and scurry off so quick the waves rock your boat.
Interesting.
Need to get to Undvik.
Another thrill seeker. Well then, listen close, lest ye end in a watery grave. Sail out of port and head southwest. Watch for rocks protruding like pricks out of the water. You'll have to do some tricky tacking to get past them. Some of them shorter, just below the surface, so careful not to scrape right over them. They breach your hull, you're done for. 'Cause just a few minutes in that icy water makes a corpse. One time I remember...
Stick to the point.
Oh, fine. Watch for the currents, 'cause they can drag you off course. Dash against the rocks even. With a bit of luck, you'll land on the same beach where Hjalmar landed.
Cool, I want to try that.
Nice talking to you, but time I was on my way.
Fair winds to you.
Thanks. I think that's all. Alrighty.
These continental dandies come strutting down.
Lovage.
Ever fight a dragon?
What's that part?
Your stomach.
Lovage?
Love.
What about an itch?
Hi, baby. My Rochi. I'm not sure where I'm going. Oh lord, okay, I should take a boat. Right? I should take a boat, like here.
Come on.
And try to sail. Sorry. Ah.
Promised me a gold ring to put him ashore.
Did you take pity on the sudden wrench?
Can I use? Yeah. Okay.
Once we were on shore,
Let's get going. Beautiful. I love this. With the music too. It says I'm gonna see pricks out of the water. We gotta watch out for that. Oh, sirens. Gonna go around. Just to make sure. Pretty cool. This is relaxing. I love it. Is that a merchant or something? Uh-huh. Oh, they're bad people. Alright. Okay, then. They're foes. Can I pass through there, is my question. I think I can, yeah. Okay, that's the hard part, I think. Oh, I can't pass there? Really? Thought I could. I really can't. Okay. I guess I'm going... Where am I? Oh lord. We are far. So I should try to pass here? Maybe? I mean, I can try. Bye-bye. I'm not here. I'm gone. I'm gonna stop, I think, when I arrive there because I keep playing and playing because I love this. I love Skellige. I can already say I absolutely love Norse mythology, so I mean, this is right up my alley. I just... Oh lord. I just really enjoy the music. I really enjoy the ambience, the vibe, everything. Everything is amazing. It's great. Oh, they're not sirens, they're something else. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to get this. Yep, this one. Because it's not broken compared to mine. Ah! Why do you do that to me? Why? Good lord. Like, really? Oh my goodness. That scared the shit out of me. I'm leaving. Can I pass through that though? It seems like... Okay, I can. Alright. Whoop. How? Okay, here. Oh Jesus. How am I gonna do this? It's impossible. Ah! I'm breaking my boat. Oh, there's another one on the other side. Fuck it. What am I doing? Yeah, just here. I can take this one.
Lighthouse and Elberts.
Reckon it stay that way.
They say the Isles wanted.
Bye.
Let's sail over.
I was making it way harder on myself than I needed.
Tried not long past. Next day they're both washed ashore.
Alright, let's continue. Oof, this looks beautiful. It's the Winter Isles. I highly prefer this vibe over Novigrad's. I'm a country girl, guys. I am. I live on a farm, literally, so this is like heaven for me. Novigrad, boo. Boo. The quests were fun though, but the city, boo. Smugglers. Yes, I wanna see that. Sure. What's up? Oof. It's dark. It's very dark. Very deep. Nice. We have a Skellig armor. Let's fucking go. Oops, I meant to. Yeah. I must be freezing though. Let's see. Oh. That ain't pretty. I mean, it's not too bad. This is better though. I didn't even change. I mean, I did, but then I died. I think that's what happens. There we go, that's better. I haven't tried the poker. Let me see. It's the other one. And it has a... Ooh, that's pretty cool. It has like the embers. I mean, it's hot at the tip. I'm making no sense. Okay, but we should keep this one. Is it really that good? It's actually not bad, to be honest. That's surprising. But I got better critical stuff with this one. Yeah. Okay. I can't stop playing! It's so fun. And now I'm sailing almost at night. There's another smuggler's cache? Wait. Let me go. Greater something. Oh, there's another one. Huh? Can't I loot it? No? What? Loot? Why? I'm missing breath. I want it. Yes. Thank you. There we go. I think I picked another armor. It's snowing! Oh my god, I love it. Oh, I love it. That's amazing. I must be freezing. Ooh. Ugh. Oh, why does everything look ugly? I'm so sad. All right then. What is that though? 5% chance to cause burn, and that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Let's continue. I feel like we're almost arriving at something, but I'm not sure. Like, are we far still? Ah, yeah, we're still far. Alright, explore the ruins of Ard Skellig and search for signs of Yalmar's presence using your Witcher sense. Okay. I like that what I wear today fits with this weather. That's pretty cool. I like those coincidences. I think it's amazing. Okay. We have arrived. And it's snowing. We have arrived before nightfall. That's pretty cool. There we go. This seems a little bit empty. An empty place. An empty village. The fuck? What am I hearing? What is that creature? Oh lord.
Glen on crate.
I can hear so many things. Oh. Okay. Lord. That's a giant? He gives them food. What? Okay, friend or foe? Do I fight that or is it kind? Uh-huh. That's really interesting! Oh my god, I can't stop playing. Okay. What in the fuck?
I long to be home, to the market.
Who is singing? Okay, you are annoying.
So as my strength wanes and my breath goes, and my sinews are stiff, and my blood's coursing slow, I was home to the market.
Is it Hjalmar's? I am so intrigued. I love this. I love... Oh, that's ASMR to me. Both sounds like that. Oh, him singing, the giant. Like, what is happening? This is amazing. Octo.
I know that song. What are you doing here?
Look, man. Another one. And so many times I've told him. What's that you say, Wilfred? Right you are. They never learn.
At least this one heard a song before he died.
Who were these men?
My crew. They swore never to leave me. Kept their word. Tall one's Wilmar, Wilfred's to his right, and the lad with the stutter's Wilhelm.
Why do you and your crew stay?
We cannot leave. If we ventured it again, the giant would kill us all, like he did the others.
Not much game here, but I saw the giant give you food. Where's he get it?
Don't know, don't ask. Food suits me, suits my crew.
Over there, on the ground. Hand's got bite marks on it.
What? Where? Wilmar, damn it. You're supposed to clean up. Couldn't keep a secret if your life depended on it. We had a choice. That or starve to death. And I didn't force anyone. You know, whole crew voted in favor.
Why'd the giant spare you?
Me and my crew and the Sirens. We're helping him build a longship. I sew the sails and run away at times, and then the Sirens fly out and bring me back.
Why does he need a ship? Where's he want to go?
Promise not to tell no one. I trust my men to take the secret to their graves. But you?
Promise, won't tell anyone.
Fine then. The giant's going to sail her out to defeat the gods come Ragnarok. The final battle for the world's end. She'll soon be ready.
You're Harald Houndsnout, Jarl of Undvik? Heard you were dead.
We look like stiffs to you. Me and me lads.
Well, your lads will, yeah.
Exactly. So they all think me dead, you say? Mayhaps it's for the best.
I'm looking for Hjalmar on Crate. Word is he came to this isle with a crew, aimed to defeat the giant.
Oh, aye, saw him, as did Wilmar.
Sure it was him.
Wilmar's got eyes like a hawk. They stood where you stand now. Poor shape they were in, neath the red, Folin, Viggy. And just between you and me, that boy is not quite right in the head. Oh, the young on Crate was here too.
They recognize you?
No. Thank the gods.
Remember when this was?
When what was?
When Hjalmar on Crate was here with his men.
Oh, that? No, I don't remember.
I wouldn't
You might
believe
ask
anyway.
Wilhelm, though.
I mean, trust his answer.
They say where they were headed?
Did they, Wilmar? Oh, aye. Aim to make camp in the old guard tower. Easy enough to find. Stands in the middle of a valley, garden, absolutely nothing.
Try to come back for you once I found Hjalmar.
Sound awfully sure you'll find him? Maybe you can kill the giant while you're at it. All on your own.
Yeah.
They're the same to a man, aren't they, Wilhelm?
But should
All
I?
think themselves immortal.
Gotta go. So long.
Hey, if you really aim to return, mind bring me some solid twine. You're like to find it in the village. And nails. We're short on nails. Can you remember that? Nails and twine.
I'll remember.
Well, if he wants to stay here, who am I to judge, you know? Ashes. I mean, why not? Can hear goats. Yeah. Yes, please. Oh.
Giant tracks.
Mm-hmm. I killed the friends. Of the giant, I mean. I have infinite bolts. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I should do the other one first. I love this quest. It's very interesting. I love
Delmar's encampment. They were attacked.
Oh, yeah, they were. By wolves.
Fought barefoot. Sirens caught them by surprise. Scavengers got to this one. Taken by surprise, men, but they fought off the attack. The boat north. I need more clues. Search the perimeter.
Oh lord.
Two people came through here. Separately. These tracks are older. Somebody left the camp before the attack.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I should go the other. Should do this one first, I guess. This one. Uh-huh.
Landed smack in a necker's lair and cut the beast down. Hardy folk, these Skelligers. Landed smack in a necker's lair and cut the beast down. Hardy folk, these Skelligers.
Yeah, they are. Uh-huh.
Didn't come back for his arrows.
Oh.
Neckers slowed the pursuer. Neckers slowed the pursuer.
Okay. Crow's eye, let's take that. I should really stop. Oh, we found a post. Yes.
Archer was determined to kill him. Wonder why.
Oh.
Got hit good. Lost a lot of blood. Couldn't have gone much further. Lost a lot of blood.
Oh.
Couldn't have gone much further. Lost a lot of blood. Couldn't have gone much further.
Oh.
Archer finally caught up to him. Now where'd that archer go? Trolls. Dragged him into the cave. Wonder if he's still alive.
Oh, damn. Oh, the entrance is right there. Okay, I'm sorry. Aye. Yeah, that hurt. Let's see.
Archer was wounded too.
Okay, raw meat, maybe not. I should put something else. Honeycomb, yeah. That's good. Hi. Whew. Ice. I should probably use Igni. Ow. Ay, ay, ay. I see. Okay. Okay, they're not easy to kill. How can I... maybe Axie? I did though. Okay, that didn't do anything. Like, didn't do anything. Okay, what about the other then? I think Axie was the best against them, probably. Quite hard to kill, eh? Not the easiest. What the fuck? Jesus. Okay. I think there was a glitch, so I cannot take the loot. I think. Damn, I wanted your loot, but okay. I guess not. That was really way more difficult than I... Oh lord. Maybe if I just... don't care. Find a man... Why can't I... pick... I have to use my Witcher senses here. Dear Lord. Okay. Here? Maybe?
Something cooking over there.
Something cooking? Alright. Oh lord. Oh boy. Yeah.
Cooking something?
Cookie. Hey, you there! Help me!
Oh no!
Shut it.
I need that man.
No. We went home and from Neewer. I figure it.
Play me for the man, then. If I win, I take him with me. If I lose, I'll jump in the pot, too.
Good! Good! Fly, Riddle, fly! No bubble! First Riddle. Lots eats, lots drinks. Big E B. Sticks big key. Big key bash.
A troll, of course.
Good, troll. Now you ask.
I'm light as a feather, but even a troll can't hold me for long.
Fire. A flame.
Piss.
Ah!
Riddle hard. Human cheat.
Oh, Lord.
Fair and square.
Stupid riddle. Feather. Troll not hold. Not piss.
Do I have to fight them for real? Okay, no.
Can you walk?
Nice.
Aye.
Oof.
I'll
Oh,
manage.
he's burned.
Let's get out of here.
It's cutting every few seconds.
You all right?
Never go in a sauna again, long as I live.
Traumatized.
Other than that, I think I'm fine. You saved my life. How can I thank you?
I'm looking for Hjalmar.
Hjalmar? Curious where he is myself. Him and the whole crew. Something must have happened. Otherwise, he'd have come looking for me after I went missing that night. I know he would have.
We have the same haircut. I just
Wait,
realized.
now. Why are you looking for Hjalmar?
Kroch sent me here to find Hjalmar. New king will soon be chosen on Ard Skellig. Everybody's waiting for the young Ancrate's return.
So it started already? Hjalmar, ruler of all Skellige.
Doubt he's cut out for it.
Hjalmar's irresponsible, stubborn, and heeds no counsel. But he's a born leader.
Okay.
It's since we were lads. With him and Ceres.
Ceres has put forth her claim to the throne as well.
Ceres? But she's... Well, she's...
Like father, like daughter.
What about Kroch? He support her? He let her set off on some daft quest.
Wasn't thrilled, especially since Ceres set out without telling him.
Nor did she tell me. Where'd she go? Who'd she take with her?
Speakerog, and no one.
She went alone? Damn the dogs! If Hjalmar'd only... Has she come back? Do you know?
Hadn't returned when I left Ard Skellig.
Uh-huh. I think I'm understanding
The
something.
expedition. Tell me about it.
Started like the best ballads. With a hearty storm. Sail whipped about like a rag. Finally caught sight of shore. But then sirens attacked, as if they'd just been biding their time. But we'd have come through somehow, I know it. If not for the bloody helmsman.
Helmsman made a mistake?
I'd say his ma made the mistake. Birthed them arseways or something.
Oh my god.
Dim that one. Heard tales and was so afeard of sirens he stuffed wax in his ears. Failed to hear our warning calls. Steered us right into the rocks.
No.
Lost a few men. Had to drag the wounded on litters. And the sirens pestered us the whole while. Hjalmar kept blowing his horn. But we'd come too close to the hillside and he brought an avalanche down on us.
Not your lucky day, it seems. What happened next?
We found that daft bugger in the ship, then pitched camp near the guard tower. Things seemed to calm.
Any idea where Hjalmar thought he might find the giant?
We'd learned where it has its lair, in the caves above the village.
Hjalmar decided the best way there would be to cross the lake. Viggy the loon insisted he knew a better way, through the mines. But none of us fancied strolling into a monster pit.
How'd you get separated from the others?
Had to watch for the night. Saw Egnar of Faro steal Hjalmar's Hornwall horn. One he uses to drive away Sack. No idea what got into that ginger head of his. Told Hjalmar not to take him with us.
And? You catch up to...
Aye. In these caves. Bastard screeched so loud he drew the trolls. Thought the buggers would eat me. Decided I was ready to cook today. Would have been the end of me if not for you.
Think I know enough. So
I think I know enough too.
I'll go with you. Luckily the trolls didn't use my bow for kindling.
I feel like...
Good. Let's go.
I feel like I am choosing who's gonna be the next king or queen. And since I am helping Hjalmar, I feel like if I'm helping one more than the other, like if I bring back Hjalmar, he's gonna be the king, right? But if I bring back Ceres, maybe she's gonna be the queen. So maybe I should have done this quest. Let me see. In Crash case, any troubles his offspring had caused him only double after King's Brand death, when both his son and daughter joined the ranks of the claimants of Skellig's throne. Tradition demanded the next king be a great hero, and Hjalmar Crack's sons felt he fit the bill perfectly. As anyone versed in fable knows, there is no more fitting way to put themselves a hero than to get a giant, and it so happened there was one such beast. La la la, guys, an expedition, la la la. Geralt set out to find Hjalmar and Kraitz, but first came across the last companion in arms, a man by the name of Fallen Point to the Witcher. Okay. I was like, maybe I can do both.
Know the Isle well.
In fact,
let's get going.
But I think not. I think I have to bring one or the other. Oh yeah, I can ask. Is it? Oh, that's Fallen. Okay. Shit. Maybe I did the wrong... Okay, I can take this and just go, right? Go here. Yeah. I'm just gonna see... Is it gonna make me fail this mission? If I teleport now, what's gonna happen? I can teleport. Because, okay, why do I want Ceres to be queen instead of the other, right? She seems quite nice. Everybody thinks she's great. The only thing they say is she's a woman. And that's why she cannot have the throne. That is what everybody's saying. And Hjalmar, everybody's saying, oh no, he's not fit to be a ruler at all. But he's the son, so it's gonna be him. And I'm like, okay, so maybe Ceres would be better. Like, why aren't we talking about that, you know? So, That is why I'm kind of pushing for Ceres. And I'm thinking, maybe if I hadn't... okay, I'm not going the right way. Maybe if I hadn't won... Maybe if I hadn't let her win the race, maybe she couldn't have put her little sword on the table and be like, I want the throne. Like, so I feel like I have the choice now only because I did that before. But I might be wrong, I don't know. Wait. How? Oh, it's a little rabbit! Hi! Or a hare, I should say. Oh, so sorry. Hi. And I'm gonna stop after that. I'm so sorry, guys.
We'll be done in a moment.
Okay, Jesus.
And then a giant sea snake swam up and bit my arm off. The gods have spoken. A sacrifice is needed.
To my mind, it's about you defeating a snake, yeah.
No, they demand a sacrifice. I'm sure of it. It's time.
We must wait for a clearer sign. At least till your next dreaming.
I don't need no more signs.
He has the same face as the... Well, not exactly. He has a bigger nose, but...
Looking for
the
Ceres.
Dude in Velen.
She stayed here.
Von Krait's daughter. Aye, she was here.
Where is she now?
What?
Ceres. Where's Ceres?
Dunno. Enough of the questions.
I say something wrong?
You must forgive the Jarl. Hasn't been feeling well of late.
Is he sick? He didn't seem quite right during Krach's feast, but...
Forgive me. I must go to him.
Where's Ceres? I've got to find her.
I don't know. Ask around.
Great.
What in the fuck, though? You okay?
Aye, like it were yesterday. Off-gun fell overboard and near drowned.
Okay, so I can do this quest. That's cool. I'm gonna do that next episode, though. Ah, cows! Hi, babies! Hello, you're sleeping? Oh, you're cute. I love cows. I have played long enough today, guys. I'm so sorry that I messed up with the quests. It's just that I'm scared. If I can do both, I will. But I'm feeling like they're making me choose. And if I have to choose, I choose Ceres and not Hjalmar. You know? So we're gonna do Ceres's quest next episode. And then maybe we'll go back to main. That was really fun. I really liked that episode. I really like Skellige. Absolutely in love with Skellige, actually. The music, Norse mythology, the vibe, the environment, the temperature, the weather, and the quests. Like, amazing. I love it. I'm in love. It's great. I can't wait to play more. I'm gonna play again probably tomorrow, so I'll continue this quest, but I'm sorry for the long episode, guys. I couldn't put down the controller. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!